Hello, and so welcome to day 2. It's about 8:30, I think. The plan was to already have done breakfast and be in the park, but because of all the room drama last night, we didn't get to bed until like gone 12, after being up at 5 and travelling all day. So we've had a bit of a slower start this morning. It's still not super slow, but we're gonna head to breakfast, try and eat something, because I didn't really eat a lot yesterday and then crashed a bit at the end of the day and realised that I have no food with me, so that was fun. I am going to do a room tour but later, or do it in a separate video, because at the moment our stuff is everywhere, and obviously we need to get going. There's a few things that I want to talk about access wise in the room that aren't 100%, so I will go into more details with that. While I've got a minute, I'm going to explain what this is and about the access pass, which I was meant to do yesterday and completely forgot. So the way the access pass works is you apply online, and it's got a whole list of the disabilities that are allowed, quote unquote, and the documentation that you need to prove your disability. Then apply online and you tick boxes based on your abilities, whether you would be able to get out in an evacuation, etc, etc, and then they basically base your card off of that. They might ask you some more questions on the day if the online questions don't give them the full picture, but they'd already done my colour, so I've got a blue card, which means that basically I can't walk at all and I can evacuate myself, is the gist of it. So for anything that has a complex evacuation, they will call the fire brigade, I think, is their standard point of call if I was to get stuck on a ride. And then there are 2 rides that I can't ride, which is Peter Pan's Flight, because the evacuation for that is down a ladder, and then Crusher's Coaster. And again, I think it's both the evacuation and the fact that the ride can't actually stop. So everyone gets on it on a moving platform, but unlike the others, they can't stop it. So with things like Phantom Manor and Buzz, they have like a travelator, but they can stop it, whereas Crusher's Coaster just constantly keeps moving all day because it's so busy. So yeah, they're the 2 that you can't ride out of the whole park, that's it. So it's really good, considering that, you know, back home you can't go on anything unless you can walk. It's really cool. So yeah, that is the general gist of the access pass. It also gets you into the viewing areas for fireworks, which we didn't use last night because we wanted to get out of the park quickly, so we stayed up at the back and still got a really good view. And also with the drone show, we just sat just in front of the, well, not just in front, a bit further in front of the viewing area, and it was a really good view. Again, if you're in the disabled viewing area, it means that people can't stand right in front of you, but again, we wanted to get out quickly, so we just stood wherever. So yeah, that's the general gist of the access pass. I bought a lanyard because you have to show it every time you want to get somewhere where you need the access pass. Basically, you have to show it. So I got this little lanyard. I will link the Etsy shop because it's really good quality actually. It's got, I don't want to show the pass, but it's got this really good little Ziploc thing so it can't come out. And yeah, I'm constantly, here's my pass, all day, so that's why I put it on a lanyard so I'm not in and out of my bag all day. But yeah, we'll get going to the parks. Also, yeah, in terms of this being an informative vlog, I will try and find and, you know, do better today in terms of showing ride entrances, but it's really, really difficult because of the fact that I can't move and vlog. So you might just end up with a load of random videos and then a load of me talking, but hey ho, we move. So we've just had breakfast, and I met Jessie, got some pictures. I haven't looked at them yet. It was a bit annoying because I thought you could book the Marvel meet and greet from there, but you have to actually be in the park. So we're on our way now. The walk from Cheyenne is lovely. It is a nice flat wide path, she says, as she gets to a hill along the river. It's really cute. Trying to push up a hill and film now. So yeah, we're just gonna try and get in the park. If we've missed the 10 o'clock Marvel meet slot, then we'll have to do the other one at 2:30. I'm going up a hill one-handed. I'll come back when I'm at the top of the hill. And I'm back. So yeah, breakfast was really good. There's Sequoia Lodge over there. So they say that the two sort of cheap hotels that are a 20-minute walk, but I think we did it in about 15 last night after being really tired. I reckon it's about 10 minutes at a normal speed, and I reckon I could do it in 5. But yeah, look, you see the path is really nice, it's flat, it's wide, there's like a couple of small dips and bumps. But yeah, it's a super easy push into the park. And we're pretty much almost there, so now you can see, whoops, that is, you see the big balloon down the path, and that is Disney Village there, and we're almost at the Marble Hotel. But yeah, it's really, really pretty, and I like this walk, and it's easy to do at night as well. So yeah, I don't I guess they sell it as the more expensive hotels being an easier walk, but like it's about a maximum 5 minutes difference between them all. So obviously if you walk and you have problems walking, there's also the shuttle bus, which we were going to get, but I said it's just quicker to walk. So we're in Avengers Campus, and it is the coolest thing ever. We just saw Lightning McQueen drive past. I didn't get my camera. I got my phone out, so I might pop the clip in, but I didn't really get my camera out very quick. But now they have got Spidey up on the gantry, so we're just heading over there to see Spider-Man. This is so bloody cool. So we are just in the queue to meet someone, we don't know who, so we haven't got the Hero Training Centre later, that is later. The next queue opens at 2 or half 2, I think, but we are in the queue to meet an Avenger, which is cool. We've got about 10 minutes here. We didn't get the return time because we didn't get here in time, but the queue's really short, so I'll sit here for 5-10 minutes, which is cool. And yeah, Pim Kitchen is right behind us. I don't want to move my camera because there's kids there, but we're eating at Pim Kitchen later, which is really exciting. And yeah, it's very exciting to see who we're going to meet. I don't know who. I'm pretty sure that I'm cursed. We were waiting to go on Web Adventures and it broke down. So we're just waiting to see if they can let us back on. They've had to actually evacuate the ride, but it's whether they have to move the queue out and close it, or whether they can let us all back on. So we shall see. But the disabled bit for this is really cool, so you can either get in the vehicle and transfer from the normal loading bay, or I'll show you in a minute, but you have this bit where you come and wait, and then they pull a ride vehicle out, the wheelchair vehicle, and you get in it at the side, so you're not, no one's watching you, you're just in your own little bit, which is really cool, because for a lot of the rides, you know, you're having to sit and wait, but this is Editing Ella coming to you with a bit of context. So Web Slingers did break down to the point where they had to evacuate the queue, but we rode it the next day, and so I thought I'd just put the clips in here of how you load, seeing as we're there anyway. But yeah, we actually did get kicked out the ride, and then went back on. I think we went back on that day, but we also went back on the next day, but just for the sake of us already being there in the video, I thought I would just pop it all in here.
Déposez vos lunettes Web Vision dans la corbeille. Merci. Please remember to return your Web Vision glasses in the bin. Thank you. You know the drill. Watch your step as you enter into the vehicle. Take a seat and put on the Web Vision targeting glasses. They'll help you find all those rapid spider bombs.
So we're just on Web Slingers. I've just filmed the transfer, but I thought I would show you how my chair is strapped down. So I've got one ratchet strap behind, no, two behind, one and two, and one in front, and then a lap bar like this, which is not really down, but good. And yeah, I can't film on the ride because I need my arms. But yeah, it's really cool. So you have a separate loading bay, and oh, we're off. Woo! So that in there is the separate loading bay just around that corner. So your thing goes in and then it comes back out. It's really cool. And then there's hello. So there's seats. Is there one next to you? Yeah. So yeah. So there's two. So you can have 3 people in it. So 2 people and a wheelchair. And yeah. And then you just come back into the loading bay and away we go. So we had a bit of a filming malfunction here, but hopefully you can sort of see in the background. Snoopy Dog has this side that pops down and it has a sliding board, which they basically pop the side down and then bring this little kind of chair cover onto it. I will try and find a photo somewhere. But yeah, my camera basically turned off when it was on when it was off. So we didn't film it. But yeah, it's a really easy transfer, not such an easy ride. It's really slippy and I was getting thrown about all over the place. But yeah, 10 out of 10 for the transfer board, 5 out of 10 for the ride. I'm sliding! Oh my god! There we go.
It's really fast! Do you know what color is the car? Blue?
So cool.
Bye, enjoy guys.
Thank you. Yeet. Way. Oh, it's so cool. Oh my god! Oh my god! This is so cool! Whoa! That was so cool! Amazing! Oh. Do you smell the smell? Yeah. Shut up. This is so much better than I thought it would be. It is so cool. Oh my god.
Hey! Thanks for coming everyone! Vous serez toujours les bienvenus chez Rémi. À bientôt!
Thank you.
Au plaisir de rouler.
Oh! Il est le gros écrou du monde! Touchdown! Yeah! Yes! I'm lugging that cookies big! I must have been doing.
Merci. Et gardez les mains et les bras à l'intérieur du train. Merci.
All right, everybody. We're making a short scheduled stop here in the canyon.
It's
Please
so
remain
cool.
seated and keep your hands and arms inside the tram.
Yeah, I do. Whee. Oh, nice and warm. Here we go. Woo!
J'ai le plaisir de vous présenter ma dernière création.
Jewel Tower was totally worth the drive, man. So groovy.
Thought I'd do another update while I am sat in a queue for a meet again. I can't really remember what's happened in the last couple of hours. Today's been really chilled and we've just been you know, going around looking at things rather than actively doing, really. But yeah, as we went to get on Web Slingers, it shut down, it broke down, it got evacuated. That was probably one of the last things I filmed properly. We haven't made it into Disneyland today so far because we're going to do all our stuff in studios first. I didn't film much of Toy Story Land, but it is literally my favourite thing ever. It's stunning. It's the cutest place ever. I am in love with it. But sadly the parachutes were down. It's windy today. The drone shows were cancelled last night, so they did the projections but they didn't do the drones, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same today because the parachutes are down because of the wind. Anything that's high is not running, which is a real shame, because obviously this is our last night. Tomorrow we're on the train at about 6, so we won't be able to see the drone show, and they finish doing the drone show on about the 8th of May. So yeah, this is our only chance to see it really, and I think they're not going to go ahead, which is such a shame. But apart from that, everything's been good. I had problems. I was trying to book the Hero Training Centre and my app crashed, but I went along and said to them, hello, my app's not working, and they gave me a new thing to scan, so they've given me a return time for that. So the next couple of hours are a bit manic. I'm waiting in this queue, and then we're going to try and go on Web Slingers again and hope that it doesn't break down. And then we will go and do our Marvel training centre thing, and then we have got Pimp Kitchen at 4:45, and then something else after that I can't remember. It's a bit busy and a bit manic. Yeah, that's me so far. Sorry, this is again a bit of a mishmash, but you know, can't vlog and move, so. Look at the top. Can you see Mater? No. Oh my god, that's so cool. Hello and welcome to day 3. Day 2 didn't really ever end because we just ended up being out really late last night, and I sort of stopped vlogging I think around 5 o'clock. My hair is a mess. Yeah, I stopped vlogging around 5 o'clock. I think the last thing I did, I can't remember what the last thing I did was. But we managed to go on web slingers again, which is really hard to film on because you've got to use both your arms. We did loads of rides yesterday in studios. I went on the parachutes. We did Ratatouille again, which the access for that is amazing. So they have 2 different racks. One has got a drop down sliding board and the other has wheelchair access where you stay in your chair. The only thing is I was a bit close, so every time the brakes went on the rack I flew forwards because my chair needed to be further back a bit, and so as we came round into the loading bay, I nearly fell out basically, and the cast members were like, are you okay? So I just managed to move my chair back a bit and it was all alright. Me again, I am just stepping in to finish this vlog from here because my plan was to keep day 2 and 3 in one vlog, but it's going to be too long. So I'm going to finish it here and do day 3 separately because there's quite a lot more on day 3 than there is on day 2 and day 1, because we actually did a lot of, we showed the whole route of how to get to the Pirates disabled entrance and things like that, so I think it would just end up being really long if I keep it going. So yeah, I'm going to end this one here and I'll see you on the next one for day 3, and a little bit of travel on the way home, but it was super stressful so I didn't film that much, so there's not a lot to see, but I will explain it at some point.